given prosecutors here in California the power to sue big social media companies for harm done to kids will not be moving forward this year.
Ashley Zavala joins us in studio to explain the fallout and the future of the proposal. Ashley?
Lisa and Golston, lawmakers in the State Senate Appropriations Committee killed that bill, AB 2408, in a hearing where bills quickly pass or die without discussion. That decision coming a week after the leader of that committee joined tech lobbyists at a pricey policy summit.
I'm very disappointed that it did not move forward.
Assemblyman Jordan Cunningham, frustrated the State Senate Appropriations Committee blocked the bill he wrote to hold social media companies accountable. The bill would have given prosecutors in California the power to sue companies like TikTok, Facebook, and Snapchat for using product designs that addict kids, leading them to mental health issues.
We're letting a handful of companies knowingly do generational damage to kids, and something has to stop there.
We're going to be moving quickly through the agenda.
The committee killed the bill a week after a group of lawmakers met with big tech lobbyists at a pricey policy summit in Napa. Multiple sources have confirmed the chairman of the committee, Senator Anthony Portantino, was there.
It was really a shameful process.
Common Sense Media sponsored the bill.
You had a handful of lobbyists last week gathering in Napa to wine and dine a handful of senators, and basically they bought one off. And in this case, they bought off somebody who had the power to bury an incredibly important piece of legislation for kids and families.
Opponents of the bill, including social media advocate group TechNet, are relieved this specific bill will not move forward. In a statement Friday, the group's executive director said, "As we've said from the start, protecting children online is a priority, but must be done responsibly and effectively. We're glad to see that this bill won't move forward in its current form. If it had, companies would have been punished for simply having a platform that kids can access. It would have done little to improve child safety and would have only caused businesses to stop providing their services to children altogether." While the tech industry continues to take meaningful steps to address this complex issue with new, innovative safeguards introduced regularly, we'll continue to work with lawmakers on legislation that will actually protect children. Supporters of the bill say while the legislation is dead, the effort will continue.
They may have won the battle on 2408 this year. I do not think they're going to win the war.
The bill sponsor, Common Sense Media, tells us the group will bring back the proposal next year, maybe even try to get some parts of it done this year. Meanwhile, we should note we repeatedly reached out to Senate Appropriations Committee Chairman Anthony Portantino for comment, but we have not yet heard back. Back to you.
Yeah, we would like to hear from him. That's for sure. Ashley, thanks for that story.